Trinity Sports Medicine, in its newly remodeled state-of-the-art facility, has a team of professionals that are committed to helping you move better, feel better, and live better. With services to keep you strong and in the game. A qualified staff of sports medicine physicians, a certified chiropractic sports physician, athletic trainers, physical therapists, and performance specialists. Trinity Sports Medicine has comprehensive care programs that are designed to keep you moving, improve your performance, and keep you on track for success.
Wow. Hey, welcome to week 2. Actually 3. No, 2.
3.
It's supposed to go so fast. It is 3, isn't it?
It is 3.
See, fastest 10 weeks, I'm already a week behind.
I know.
I stink. Hey, what's going on? Short timer?
Not too much. Just
hey,
getting ready to be done.
Exactly. Hey, we need to talk this week about the big uglies. You know, the guys up front, because the whole world's running the football now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and obviously leading the big uglies is one who used to be one and used to play one and still is one, our boy Sobo, Brent Sobleski.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sobo, the big ugly.
And you're fat.
Listen, talk about out-kicking your coverage. I mean, I understand most males, you know, marry up, but the dude really out-kicked his coverage with Melissa.
Oh, yeah,
Seriously.
by a long shot. But he knows it.
He better know it, and if he doesn't know it, we'll tell you about it. I'm still not sure what Melissa sees in him, but, you know, we're not sure what our wife's seeing us, so it's the same thing there.
Yeah. My wife says she had a weak moment.
Yeah, and it's lasted 6 years now?
Yep.
Yeah. We're going on our 21st anniversary on Thursday, so talk about a weak moment. My poor wife had no idea what she's in for. What she said I do. Had no concept whatsoever, which is probably why McElwain is still single.
He's a lucky man.
Hey, 9 games on tap this week. Let's talk about the easy one of the week. Canada Prep at Big Red.
Yeah, next.
We have no idea what Canada Prep is, but I expect it's going to be a little bit like
it's a Canadian. Yeah, it's a Canadian school against Big Red.
But it's also a Canadian school that favors division. They want to do Division I athletes for football, but this is their first year, I think, and Big Red by a lot.
A Canadian school against Big Red.
Big Red by a lot. That's enough. Edison at Weir, the mighty Wildcats are 1-1. I was pretty impressed with them last week. They were down 25-0 to Carrollton, and made it 25-18, and then got within one score before losing 39-25. Obviously, the second half Edison was not the same. Was not the first half Edison, and I think Edison's going to get healthy this week because they have a big game next week at Bel Air.
Yeah, I mean Edison obviously sitting at 1-1. They did the second half of last week. They looked so much better. It was incredible. I was really impressed with the way that team looked last week. Nolan Marcus is a legit.
Yeah,
starting quarterback. He's amazing. He can run. He can throw. Rich Springer stepped up as a receiving threat.
Had a touchdown pass to Storm Elise, touchdown pass to Devin Tennant. I mean, they're starting to get a little bit going.
Yeah,
here.
they have some things going for them, and right now at least one of their weapons is out or got hurt. Was he out?
Well,
last
JoJo
week?
with the knee. He may be back. He may not. We'll see.
So I mean, but a track star with a sore knee isn't.
That's not good. Yeah.
That's not a good thing. So this is a game for Edison this week.
Yeah, and Oakland at Creek. Oakland's have a hard time so far in 2 weeks stopping the run.
Yeah.
We know it's ground Connor. I mean, run. Since Alex Young, he's lost a couple athletes, but he loves to run the ball with Blake Rohr and Connor and whoever else he can put, Corey
Tyler
Goodrich
Latham.
and Tyler Latham. So he loves to run the ball, and Oakland has yet to stop it. So I'm guessing Connor may not throw the ball at all.
I mean, Blake Rohr's got about 300 yards over the first 2 weeks. He's been having a huge year, both sides of the ball already through 2 games.
And that was expected of him.
Yeah, and Oak Glen, you look at Oak Glen, they've scored 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks, and Indian Creek has given up 19 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's not a good matchup for them. They got a young quarterback. Ian Whittington told me his quarterback didn't even see time against first or second stringers during scrimmages. So this is like his first varsity experience, and he's getting thrown out. He got thrown out last week against Beaver Local. Now he's got to play Indian Creek. If he has to throw the ball, we've already seen Rohr as a ball hawk. So he could have another big game on both sides of the ball. It's just not a good matchup for Oak Glen.
There's one thing about teams that struggle. The opponents don't care.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
Yeah.
And they welcome it. they thank
I
him.
expect Creek to just jump all over this opportunity to get healthy and just put a huge game up.
The interesting, kind of interesting game this week to me is Western Reserve at Harrison Central. Western Reserve is now a Division VII school, and they went knocking on Harrison Central's door. Hey, we're a Division VII school. We want to come to your house and play you, which means we're going to be good. We know it, and we want to play a team that's up in ranks so we can get points. Now, Western Reserve is 44-6 over the last 5 years in the playoffs. Regular season. A couple years ago, they were in the state semis. This is a good ball club. This is a really good ball club, and Kropka knows it, but he also knows that look what their defense has done for 2 weeks. That's a good defense.
Western Reserve's coming in figuring, we're going to get these Division 5 playoff points.
Yeah.
And, we're going to come in, rack up some yards on Harrison Central. Harrison Central is a better team than I think they expect them to be. They have a really good defense. They should be 2-0. This is a good football team.
It's a good young team. He's playing freshmen and sophomores. This is a good young. He's got some senior leadership.
So this is a game that Western Reserve might not be ready or might not expect to see what they're going to this weekend.
Do you have a hard time with the English language?
I had every once in a while.
Okay, just checking. That's why you're a writer, not a speaker.
Not that either.
Yeah, I understand that. I've done that for 3 years. Buckeye Local goes to JM. Buckeye Local scored 6 points in 8 quarters. Can't stop the run, and JM has that kid named Trevor Hardesty who likes to run the ball. Rick Goodrich, the coach at JM, likes to run the ball. Guess what may happen? This game may be over in an hour because I'm not sure JM's ever going to throw it.
Yeah, I can't see Buckeye Local stopping Hardesty. Buckeye Local hasn't really shown that they've been able to stop anybody yet. They're a struggling ball club. Again, I said it last week. They're in search of an identity. Their only identity is right now is teams are looking forward to playing them. I don't want to be mean, but that's their identity right now. And like we said, Hardesty he's a beast, and I just expect him to have a huge game this week.
All right, Eric Meek and the Toronto boys go on the road for the first time this year after hosting Wellsville, a really good team that everyone knows, and beating Bridgeport. They go to Fairport Harding. Fairport Harding was 7-3 last year, lost in the first round of playoffs to Malvern, fellow Division VII school. They are 0-2. They've already lost the first 2 games of the year, played good teams. Look, Toronto can go up there and win this one. There's no doubt about this. You get Ches and Blaze and Nate Stewart and Charles Ross III and...
Well, Fairport Harding, yeah, you're right. They're 0-2, but they've lost to 2 teams that are both 2-0. One of them's a Division III school, so there's no shame in the teams that Fairport Harding's lost to.
Right.
But Toronto really found something last week. Their defense has been playing hard. They've been playing physical.
Right.
2 games, very little penalties. And last week, in addition to Blaze Glenn, you had Charles Ross III, you had Ches Glenn, you had Chance Casella, you had guys stepping up, Nate Stewart. You got a bunch of weapons around Blaze Glenn now, which makes this offense exactly what Meek envisioned it to be when he put it in last year. Is just a dangerous, fast-moving offense, and I just think they're going to go down. They're going to go to Fairport Harding, and they're going to have a. And
if the defense continues to play as it is, they can give the offense short fields, and which obviously you really want as much as possible.
And watch out for that return game because they had a few nice returns against Bridgeport, setting up some of them scores. So Ches Glenn and Charles Ross III in the return game are very dangerous.
All right, the other one across the river, Brooke got his first one of the year last week, beating Taylor Alderdice, and they get University, a really good AAA school out of West Virginia. Brooke's in trouble for this reason, the fact that University has 24 returning lettermen. That's a whole bunch of guys who have a whole bunch of experience. And now University, on the other hand, has Brooke this week, at Park next week, then they have Parkersburg South. So they're in a bit of a trifecta where they need to play really good for 3 straight weeks. And if they don't play well, Brooke can beat them. But I think University has a little bit of the edge. When you have that much experience coming back is a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah. University's a very good team with, like you said, a lot of experience coming back. I will say this, Aaron Walker made me look dumb. Last week I said I thought
that's
Chad
not hard
Harper.
either.
Yeah, he's one of the millions of people that have made me look dumb. But I expected. I didn't expect him to have the game he did, and he really stepped up this week or last week and had a huge game guiding him to that win.
He had a huge game. Osman carried the ball a lot. They did their defense stepped up when they needed to make a stop. Brooke did some good things last week, and as you know, you coming off a whooping that they did against Morgantown, you want some positive things, and last week was positive. So now going into week 3, the entire team attitude has changed.
And the thing is, this year's going to be, there's going to still be some growing pains for this Brook team, but that sophomore class has a lot of talent.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is a team that has a bright future.
Absolutely. All right, Summa Catholic Central, your boys going to Columbiana. This is not the typical Columbiana team. They're 0-2. I don't think they've been 0-2 in a really
Didn't they
long.
beat Leetonia last week?
No, they lost in overtime.
By one? Oh,
22-21. Can't you read?
I knew
Seriously.
I can't
Never
sometimes.
mind.
Either way, it was a 1 point game.
Yeah, good. But they're 0-2. Lost on the road to Bridgeport in week 1. Central's coming off 2 wins. They've gone south on 7 for 2 weeks in a row. Now they're going north on 7, and they're playing really good football right now. And Colabella's passing around to a bunch of people. Running game with Stone Romano, defense with Perica and Murph and you name it.
Yeah.
Johnny D. Carlantonio, all 4'6" of them. Dude, Central's good.
Yeah, this isn't a typical Columbiana team. I mean, you always have to respect your opponent, but this is not the basic Columbiana team. I saw the Bridgeport team they lost to.
Yeah.
Bridgeport is not a very good football team. So for them to lose to them does not bode well for Columbiana. And Central's running on all cylinders. The one thing they got to watch out for, they have 4 turnovers last week.
Yeah.
A good football team cannot do that, especially as the season goes on. You're going to run into teams that will really make them pay for that.
And they have one of their rivalry games next week. They get Toronto next week. So, Coach Data has been harping on, let's not look forward to Toronto. We got to look at Columbia. You're right.
Definitely.
You can't turn the ball over that much.
Yeah,
You just can't.
it can't.
I know you like turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
Apple, cherry, all those other ones. But I know.
Fruit? I don't mess with fruit.
You don't mess with. I can tell. My bad. All right. Now, the big game of the week. Seriously, this is, of all the games, this is Wheeling Central Madonna on Saturday night at Jimmy Carey, 7 o'clock. Number 1 in the state versus number 2 in the state. Central's back with Parker Henry's back. C.J. Burke was at quarterback last year. He's now back at running back. Obviously, we know Madonna's weapons. I'm curious how many times Coach Kessel has looked at the Harrison Central, Wheeling Central game film to see what Kropke and his boys did to stop Wheeling Central. Because let's face it, not many teams have stopped Wheeling Central spin series as well as Harrison Central did. So I'm guessing they've looked over that film 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million times to see what they can do. And this is going to be fun.
Oh, definitely. This is 2 of the best teams in Class A West Virginia. I mean, 2 teams that basically are thinking we win a state title.
Exactly. Both teams have state title on their mind.
Yeah, or the season's a failure in their minds.
I agree.
You like you said, you got Parker Henry back in the mix along with C.J. Birch. You got Ross Comus and Elliot Nero lining up back there. You got weapons galore on both sides of the ball.
You have defense.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun.
It's gonna be a war. It's the marquee game by far this week.
And don't forget, last week Madonna, every single yard they gained at Tuskegee Central was all on the ground.
Yeah.
That's
another game. It might be an hour. Both of these teams are going to run the ball.
When's the last time Madonna played smash mouth football? Seriously. But they like to zing it all over the place, but I thought that was pretty impressive by Madonna just by, they had a few 3 passes.
But they're just so dangerous. It's going to be so much fun to watch.
Y'all got want something to do Saturday night. Jimmy Carey, Weirton, Madonna, and Wheeling Central. That's just gonna be good stuff.
Oh, no doubt. And they're not. And the best thing about it is neither team is a secret to the other one. They know each other. They're rivals. There's no we haven't seen each other in so many years. These guys meet consistently. They're rivals. It's going to be a nasty game.
And
both
another
teams
reason why this is so big. Because obviously in the state of West Virginia, where you fall in numbers 1 through 16 in the playoff bracket is huge. Who do you have on your side?
Yeah,
that's a big, because if you're number 1 and the next 2 best teams in the state are 2 and 3, you don't see them until the state finals if you get there. Well, the 3 best teams in the state are Madonna, Wheeling Central, and defending state champ Wahama. Wahama lost last week.
Yeah.
So if whoever wins this game is in, just plant them squarely in the driver's seat. Now, obviously, they have a lot of tough games to play, and they got to get through the rest of their schedule, but they've put themselves in a really good position to be number 1 come week 11, and that is huge to stay away from Wheeling Central and Wahama in any time during or whoever it is. Yeah. You don't want to face them to the state title.
Oh, no. And this could be a rematch. This could be a precursor to the state title game. I mean,
precursor. Good
Thank
word.
You. Thank you.
Man. Did you look it up before you came in?
Yeah.
Really?
It's on my word of the day dictionary.
Who spelled
calendar.
it for you?
I don't know how to spell it.
P-R-E cursor. That's how you spell it.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. English. Woo. Yeah, that's why you have a 3.5-year-old daughter going to school, so to help you learn the English language.
She already speaks it better than I do.
I know that. I've seen that. Ready? This week gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun this week.
Good stuff. Next week, see ya. He may be back. We know he's going through this whole cleansing thing right now, so who knows what's going on. He really needs to cleanse his whole system anyway. So
You don't want to know.
yeah, you really don't want to know. Later.
This cup. What is it? Do you really want that on camera so you can put it in? No, thank you. The people don't want to hear that.
What's in the cup?
Gatorade.
And
Gatorade.
what's is it mixed?
Gatorade.
Is there any powdery substance in there?
Gatorade.
We're done.